Now it's your turn. Go out. Say one word. Start one small conversation. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just say hello to someone. Or ask, how are you? That's enough. That's powerful. And when you do it, come back. Tell us how it felt. Write one sentence in the comments. Just one sentence you said today. Was it easy? Was it hard? Did you feel nervous? It's okay. We all start somewhere. You are not alone. We are here with you. If this video helped you, like it. Share it with a friend. And don't forget to subscribe to Learn English with Bookish. We create simple, emotional English stories to help you grow, step by step, word by word. Let's keep learning together. Square Chapter 1. The Fear of the First Word. Let me tell you a small story. One day, in a quiet coffee shop, a young man sat alone with his notebook. His name was Umar. He was learning English. He watched videos, wrote new words, and even practiced in front of the mirror. He could read. He could listen. But speaking? That was different. That was hard. As he sipped his tea, he noticed someone at the next table, a tourist. She looked friendly. She smiled at the waiter and said, "Thank you," in a sweet voice. Umar's heart began to beat faster. His brain whispered, "Say something. Just say hi." But his lips stayed closed. He looked down at his notebook. So many English words. He knew them. But in that moment, they all disappeared. His heart was loud. His mouth was silent. Why? Because this is the fear of the first word. It's not about grammar. It's not about vocabulary. It's something deeper. It lives in your chest. It lives in your throat. It's the fear that maybe, just maybe, you are not good enough. You think, what if I say it wrong? What if they laugh? What if I freeze? These thoughts grow big, bigger than your voice. And before you can say anything, the moment is gone. Umar sat quietly. The tourist finished her coffee and left. He watched her go, and inside, he felt two things, relief and regret. That's what silence does. It protects you from fear, but it also takes away your chance. And here's the truth. Many learners feel this. Not just you. Not just Umar. This is the most difficult part of speaking English. Not the grammar, not the pronunciation, but starting. Saying that first word. Breaking the silence. Maybe you've been there too. Maybe you saw someone you wanted to speak to. A stranger at a shop. A foreigner on a bus. A teacher. A tourist. Someone at work. And you had a sentence in your head. But you said nothing. Maybe your heart beat fast. Maybe your hands felt cold. Maybe your mind told you, you're not ready. Wait until you learn more. What if they don't understand you? These are the lies that fear tells us. But listen, fear is not your enemy. Fear is just a sign that something important is about to happen. A sign that you are stepping outside your comfort zone. A sign that growth is near. Think of a child learning to walk. Do they fall? Yes. Do they cry? Yes. But do they stop? No. Because falling is part of learning. Silence is part of learning. Even fear is part of learning. Umar didn't speak that day, but he didn't give up. The next time he saw someone, he tried again. He whispered, "Hi." It was small, quiet, but it was something. The other person smiled, said hello back. And in that small exchange, something big changed inside Umar. He realized, the first word is scary, but it's powerful. One word can open a door. One word can begin a friendship. One word can give you confidence. Not a perfect sentence. Not a long speech. Just one simple word. Like, hi. Excuse me. Nice weather. Coffee. That's how conversations begin. With courage, not perfection. You don't need to be fluent to say hello. You don't need a dictionary to say, how are you? You just need a little push, a little bravery, 1 second of strength. So here is my message to you. If you have ever felt that fear, you are not weak. If you have ever stayed quiet, you are not lazy. If your voice has ever disappeared, you are not alone. You are human, and this is normal. Millions of people around the world are just like you. They are learning. They are trying. They are waiting for the right moment to speak. But here's the secret. There is no right moment. The moment is now. The moment is always now. If your heart beats fast, it means you care. If your hands shake, it means you're about to grow. If you're scared, it means you are brave enough to face it. Umar's story is real, not just in the coffee shop, but in classrooms, in streets, in every corner of the world. Learners who sit with dreams inside them. Learners who want to speak, but fear holds them back. But little by little, word by word, they learn to break that silence. You will too. This is only the first chapter, but it's also your first step. Don't worry if it's small. Even the biggest journey begins with one small step. And remember, you don't need perfect English to start a conversation. You just need a little courage. And one small word. Let's keep going together. Your English voice is waiting. Let's find it. Red Heart. Green Square Chapter 2. One smile, one word. There was a boy named Fahim. He was quiet. He didn't like to speak in English. He was learning, but he was scared. His hands shook when someone looked at him. His heart beat fast when he thought of talking. Even one word felt big and heavy. He lived in a small town. Every day he walked to school. On the way, there was a small shop. The same man stood there every morning. The shopkeeper was always smiling. He looked kind, but Fahim never said anything to him. Not even hi. Fahim wanted to speak. Every day, he told himself, tomorrow, I will say something. Just one word. But tomorrow came, and tomorrow went, and he stayed silent. Then one morning, something changed. It was cold. Fahim wore his sweater and scarf. His hands were in his pockets. He walked slowly. The shopkeeper was there again, smiling as always. This time, the man looked at Fahim and said, "Good morning." Fahim stopped. His heart jumped. He didn't expect it. For a second, he didn't know what to do. But then he smiled back. Just a small smile. And softly, he said, "Hi." Just that. One word. Hi. The shopkeeper nodded and smiled more. "Have a good day," he said. Fahim walked away. His heart was still beating fast. But something inside him had changed. He smiled to himself. It was just one word. But it felt like a door had opened. Body language speaks first. Many English learners think they must speak a full sentence to start. But that's not true. You don't need a big conversation. You don't need fancy grammar. Sometimes, all you need is a smile. A smile is powerful. It's soft. It's warm. It says, "I see you. I'm not afraid." Even before we speak, our body speaks. Eye contact, a small nod, a kind smile. These are all part of your first conversation. In fact, the first conversation you ever have with someone might not include words at all. It starts with your face, your eyes, your body. That's why we say, one smile, one word. That's the beginning. Simple phrases you can use. Let's learn some easy phrases Fahim could have said, and you can say too. Hi. Hello. Good morning. Good evening. How are you? Have a nice day. You don't need to say all of them. Just choose one. Practice it. Whisper it to yourself. Say it in your room. Say it in the mirror. Then one day, say it to someone real. That's your step. Your victory. And remember, it's okay to feel nervous. Fahim was nervous too, but he still said, "Hi." That's courage. That's how English begins. The emotion behind one word. Let's go deeper. Why is saying hi so hard? Because it's not just a word. It's a moment, a test, a fear. When you open your mouth, you feel exposed. What if they laugh? What if they don't answer? What if you say it wrong? These are real fears. Many learners have them. Maybe you have them too. But here is something important. Every English speaker you see today once said their first hi. No one was born fluent. We all begin small. So when you say hi, even if your voice shakes, you are doing something powerful. You are not just learning English. You are fighting fear. You are breaking silence. You are building your new voice. Back to Fahim. The next day, Fahim walked past the shop again. This time, he smiled first. "Good morning," he said. The shopkeeper smiled wide. "Good morning. You look happy today." Fahim laughed softly. "Yes, I am." And that was it. No long talk. No grammar. Just a small moment. But for Fahim, it was huge. He had started his journey. With a smile. With a word. A message for you. Are you ready to begin like Fahim? Start small. Smile. Say hi. Don't wait to be perfect. Don't wait to know everything. You don't need big words. You don't need big confidence. You only need a little courage. One small action. Today, look at someone. Smile. Say hi. That's it. And when you do it, feel proud. That's your English growing. That's your voice getting stronger. Practice now. Let's try it here. Say these out loud with me. Hi. Hello. Good morning. How are you? Have a good day. Say them slowly. Feel the words. Feel your mouth move. Imagine saying them to a real person. That's how learning begins. Not in books, but in real moments. Your turn. Next time you go outside, to school, to work, to the shop, try one thing. Smile. Say one word. See what happens. Even if the other person says nothing, you have won. Because you tried. You took the first step. And remember, a small start is a big step. Just like Fahim, you can begin today. Let's smile more. Let's speak more. Word by word. Together. Green Square Chapter 3. What to say first. Let me tell you a simple story. A true story. One you may already know deep in your heart. There was a boy named Umar. He was quiet, kind, but very shy. He wanted to speak English. He watched videos, listened to songs, and even dreamed in English. But when it was time to talk, his mouth would not open. He lived in a small town where not many people spoke English. But one day, something new happened. He saw a tourist at the park, a man with a camera and a big smile. The man was looking around, clearly lost. He held a map. Umar was sitting on a bench, reading a book. He saw the tourist walk past, stop, turn, and look confused. Umar's heart started beating fast. This is my chance, he thought. He speaks English. I want to help. But fear came first. What if I say something wrong? What if he doesn't understand me? What if I forget the words? He looked down at his book. His hand shook a little. He didn't say anything. The moment passed. The man walked away. Umar stayed silent. That evening, he felt something heavy in his chest. Not because he made a mistake, but because he didn't even try. That night, Umar sat with a notebook. He opened a clean page, and he wrote one question. What can I say first? He didn't want to speak big, long sentences. He just wanted to start. So he made a list. A short list. Just a few soft, friendly sentences. Hi. Hello. How are you? How's your day? Do you need help? Nice to meet you. He practiced them. Out loud. Slowly. Hi. Hello. How are you? He looked in the mirror, and smiled as he said them. It felt silly at first, but then it felt better, and something inside him grew stronger. The next day, Umar went back to the park. Same bench, same book. He waited, and again, he saw a tourist. This time, a woman with a red backpack. She sat near the fountain, looking at her phone, turning the map around. Lost, just like the man from yesterday. Umar took a deep breath. He walked over. His heart was loud. His legs felt weak, but his mouth opened. He smiled. "Hi," he said. The woman looked up and smiled back. "Hi," she replied. Umar felt like the sun came out. He took another breath. "Do you need help?" She nodded. "Yes. I'm looking for the bus stop." They talked for just a minute. Umar showed her the way. She thanked him. Then she said, "Your English is good." Umar smiled again, not because of the words, but because he did it. He started a real conversation. Now, let's learn what Umar learned. Green circle simple and natural first sentences. Here are some short phrases you can use when starting a conversation. Greetings, hi, hello, hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. First questions. How are you? How's your day? Are you okay? Do you need help? Nice to meet you. Where are you from? These questions are short, easy, and friendly. You don't need to say a lot. Just open the door. Let's look at some examples. Speaking head, you see someone waiting in line. Hi, how's your day? Speaking head, you sit next to someone on a bench. Hello, nice weather today. Speaking head, you meet someone new in class. Hi, I'm your name. Nice to meet you. Speaking head, you see someone who looks lost. Hello, do you need help? It doesn't matter if you are perfect. What matters is that you try. Yellow circle, what if you feel nervous? It's okay. Umar felt it too. So do many others. Here's what helps. 1. Practice at home. Say the words out loud. Use a mirror. Smile. 2. Choose one sentence. Just one. Keep it in your pocket, ready. 3. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Any moment is enough. 4. Celebrate the try. Even if you make a mistake, you tried. That's winning. 5. Breathe slowly. Say your words slowly. People will understand. Purple circle, mistakes are part of the story. When Umar first said, "Do you need help?" his voice shook. He forgot to say, "Nice to meet you," and he walked away too fast. But he was smiling. Because he did it. You may forget a word. You may say something strange. But no one will laugh at you. Most people will smile. Because speaking in a second language is brave. Blue circle, let's try now, together. Pick one of these. Hi. How are you? Do you need help? Where are you from? Say it out loud now. Yes, now. Whisper it. Shout it. Say it with love. Now close your eyes. Picture someone smiling back at you. That smile is real. That connection is waiting. Remember, you don't have to say a perfect sentence. You only have to say the first one. After that, your heart will do the rest. Let today be your Umar moment. Don't let it pass. Don't stay silent. You are ready. Yellow square, in the next chapter, we'll see how that one small sentence grows into a real, flowing conversation. But for now, just say something. Anything. That's how it begins. Green square, chapter 4, questions that open hearts. Let me tell you a small story. It starts in a classroom. A quiet classroom. 20 students. All learning English. Some confident. Some shy. Some completely silent. In the back row, there is a girl named Sarah. She always sits alone. She listens carefully. She writes every word. But she never speaks. And one seat away from her, there is a boy named Amir. He also doesn't talk much. But he's kind. He brings his notebook. He brings his hope, but his mouth stays closed. One day, the teacher gives them a task. Talk to your partner, she says. Ask one question. Sarah freezes. Her heart beats fast. Amir looks down. They are paired together. Sarah wants to speak. She wants to know more. She has seen Amir smile before. He seems nice. But her fear says, what if I sound wrong? What if he laughs? What if I don't understand his answer? And Amir is thinking the same. What if she thinks I'm weird? What if my accent is bad? So they sit quietly. Seconds pass. Minutes feel heavy. Then Sarah remembers something. Something the teacher once said. When you don't know what to say, the teacher smiled. Ask a question. A real question. Not just small words. Ask something you really want to know. Sarah takes a breath. She turns to Amir and softly says, "Where are you from?" It's a small question. Only 4 words. But it opens something big. Amir's eyes light up. He smiles, just a little. "I'm from Gilgit," he says. Sarah smiles back. "Is it cold there?" "Yes," he says. "Very cold. And beautiful." Now it's not silence anymore. Now it's a moment. That one question, "Where are you from?" opened his heart. And hers too. Seedling the power of a real question. Many people think conversation starts with big, smart sentences. But that's not true. Conversation starts with one curious question. It starts with, "Where are you from? What do you do? What do you like to eat? What kind of music do you like?" These are open-ended questions. They don't end with yes or no. They open hearts. They invite stories. They make the other person feel important, respected, seen. Let's break them down. Brain, practice these questions. Let's learn together. Say each question out loud with me. 1. Where are you from? Practice response. I'm from Lahore. 2. What do you like to do in your free time? Response. I like to read books. 3. What's your favorite food? Response. I love pizza. 4. Do you have any hobbies? Response. Yes, I play cricket. 5. How was your day? Response. It was good. A little busy. Repeat these questions. Slowly. With feeling. Let your mouth become friends with them. Cherry blossom, why these questions work. When you ask a question like, "Where are you from?" you do 3 things. 1. You give the other person a voice. People love to talk about themselves. Your question gives them permission. 2. You remove pressure from yourself. You don't have to talk much. Just listen. Nod. Smile. 3. You start a natural flow. One answer leads to another question. Sarah asked, "Where are you from?" Amir said, "Gilgit." Sarah asked, "Is it cold there?" Amir shared more. Now they were talking. Like a river that starts with one drop. Some behind small cloud, a pause is okay. Let's say you ask, "What do you do in your free time?" The other person thinks. They pause. You feel nervous. You want to fill the silence. But wait. Let the silence sit. Breathe. Smile. Be calm. Many people need time to think, especially in English. Your calmness helps them feel safe. Remember, speaking is not a race. It's a gentle walk. Direct hit sentence starters for you. If you forget what to say, try these simple starters. I like, I enjoy, I'm from, I have a question. And if you want to ask more, say, "Can I ask?" Do you mind if I ask? Just curious. Example. Can I ask where you're from? Just curious. Do you like reading? These phrases are soft, kind, polite, perfect for beginners. Speech balloon, let's try a mini dialogue. Let's imagine a conversation between Sarah and Amir. Sarah, hi. Amir, hello. Sarah, where are you from? Amir, I'm from Gilgit. Sarah, Oh, I've heard it's beautiful. Amir, yes. It has big mountains. Sarah, do you like living there? Amir, I do. But now I'm here for school. Sarah, nice. What do you like to do after class? Amir, I like to walk and take photos. Can you see how natural that feels? Just one question, then another. Each answer creates space for the next question. This is how real conversations begin. Red Heart message from the heart. Don't be afraid to ask. A question is not a test. It's a gift. It's your way of saying, I see you. I care. I want to know you. And when you ask with kindness, most people will respond with warmth. You don't need perfect grammar. You need a curious heart. Your turn to practice. Right now, think of someone in your life. Maybe a classmate. Maybe someone at work. Maybe a shopkeeper you see every day. Now think. What's one open-ended question you could ask them? Maybe, how was your weekend? Do you enjoy your job? What do you like to cook? Choose just one. Say it aloud. Practice it in your mind. You are getting ready. The next time you meet them, try it. Ask. Gently. Let them speak. And you just listen. Nod. Smile. Let your English be a bridge. Blue square in the next chapter, we will learn how to keep the conversation going after the first question, even when you feel nervous or don't understand everything. You're doing great. Step by step. Word by word. Let's keep going. Green square chapter 5. How to listen like a friend. Sometimes, when we think of speaking English, we only think about words. Our words. What should I say? What if I say it wrong? What if I forget the word? But there is something more powerful than speaking. It's listening. Yes, listening is the secret side of every good conversation. It's quiet. It's calm. But it's very strong. Let me tell you a story. There was a girl named Amina. She was a student in a small town. Every day, she took the same bus to school. It was always busy, full of people. Some laughed, some talked, and some just sat with their phones. But Amina, she was quiet. She didn't like to speak in English. She was shy. She always thought her English was not good enough. So she stayed silent. One morning, she got on the bus and sat near the window. The bus started to move. A few minutes later, a woman sat next to her. She was older, with kind eyes and a big bag. Amina smiled softly. The woman smiled back. Then the woman said, "Good morning." Amina hesitated. Her heart beat fast. But she softly replied, "Good morning." The woman smiled again. Then she looked out the window and said, "It's a nice day." Amina didn't know what to say, so she just nodded. Then the woman said, "I'm going to visit my daughter. She just had a baby." Now, Amina looked at her. Something changed. The woman didn't ask a question. She didn't wait for a big answer. She just kept talking gently. She had a boy. He's so small. I bought some gifts for him. And Amina listened. She looked at the woman's face. She nodded. She whispered, "Wow." The woman smiled more. "Yes, I'm very happy, but also a little tired. I had to wake up early." Amina said, "Long travel?" The woman said, "Yes, 2 hours by bus." Amina said slowly, "You must be strong." The woman laughed softly. "Yes, maybe." That day, something special happened. Amina didn't talk much, but she listened like a friend. She didn't use hard words. She didn't try to be perfect. She used her eyes. She nodded. She smiled. She said small words. "Wow. Really? That's nice." Oh, these small words were like gold. Because listening is not silent. Listening has its own language. Let's learn that language. White heavy check mark when someone is speaking, you can show you're listening. Look at their face. Nod your head. Say short words like, "Oh, I see. That's nice, really." Wow, these words show you care. You don't need to say long sentences. You just need to be present. Let's practice. A. I had a long day at work. You. Oh. Nod. A. My boss gave me more tasks. You really? I contact. A. Yes, but I finished them. You. That's good. You see? You didn't say much, but you were part of the conversation. You made the other person feel heard. And that is beautiful. Now, let's go back to Amina. The next day, she saw the same woman at the bus stop again. The woman smiled and said, "Hello again." Amina smiled back. Then she asked her first question, "How is your grandson?" The woman's eyes lit up. She talked more. This time, Amina listened again. And slowly, she added more words. "Cute baby?" she asked. "Yes," the woman said. "Sleep well?" Amina asked. "No," the woman laughed. "He cries a lot." They both laughed. Amina didn't become fluent in one day, but she became connected because she knew the secret. Listen like a friend. When you listen with care, the conversation grows. You don't need many words. You just need to be kind, present, warm. Let's try this exercise. Imagine your friend says, "I watched a new movie last night." Here's how you can respond like a good listener. "Oh, what movie? Was it good? I want to watch it too." Even if you don't say much, your voice shows interest. That's how friendships begin. Here are more simple phrases to show you are listening. "That's interesting. I didn't know that. Thanks for sharing. Tell me more." You can write them in your notebook. Read them aloud. Feel them in your mouth. Use them. Dear learner, here is today's big lesson. You don't need to speak first to start a connection. Sometimes, the best way to speak is to listen. Let people share. Give them space. And then, when it's your turn, they will listen too. So, next time you are in a bus, or in a shop, or in class, smile, listen, nod, say small words, and feel the beauty of human connection. Because when you listen like a friend, you speak with your heart. Let's keep learning together. White Heavy Checkmark Chapter 6. Mistakes are welcome. Let me tell you a simple story. There was a man named Imran. He had moved to a new country just 2 months ago. The place was beautiful. The people were friendly. But Imran felt scared. Not because of the weather, not because of the food, but because of the language. English. He had learned it in school. He had read books, watched videos, memorized words. But speaking? No. That was different. That was hard. He thought, what if I say the wrong thing? What if I make a mistake? What if people laugh at me? So he stayed quiet. Every day, he walked to the cafe near his house. It was small, warm, full of people. He always ordered the same thing by pointing at the menu. A coffee, a sandwich, no talking, just smile, pay, and leave. But deep down, Imran wanted to speak. He wanted to say, "Good morning." He wanted to ask, "How are you?" He wanted to feel like he belonged. One rainy afternoon, something changed. He walked into the cafe and saw a new barista at the counter, a young man with curly hair and a big smile. He said, "Hi there." Imran froze. He smiled back, but didn't speak. The barista asked, "What would you like today?" Imran wanted to point, like always. But today he didn't. He took a breath and said, I want one hot coffee." The barista smiled even more. One hot coffee, coming up. Imran felt his heart race. He had spoken, and the man understood. He felt a little braver. So he tried again. "And one sandwich." The barista tilted his head. "Sandwich. Imran laughed. Sand, which food, bread? He moved his hands to show it. The barista chuckled. Ah, sandwich. Yes. Got it. Imran laughed too. Yes. Sandwich. Sorry. I mistake. The barista shook his head. No worries. Your English is good. Imran felt something warm in his chest. He had made a mistake. But nothing bad happened. The world didn't end. Nobody laughed at him in a bad way. In fact, it made the moment more human. He sat down, sipping his hot coffee, thinking, I spoke English. I made a mistake, but I was still understood. Let's learn from Imran. Mistakes will happen, but that's okay. When babies learn to walk, they fall. Again and again. But do they stop? No. They get up. And one day they walk. Learning to speak English is just the same. You will fall. You will say the wrong word. You might forget a word. But if you keep trying, you will speak. Let's look at some common mistakes beginner learners make. 1. Wrong word order. Cross mark, I go yesterday market. White heavy check mark, I went to the market yesterday. 2. Forgetting words. Cross mark, I want that big food thing. White heavy check mark, I want that big burger. It's okay. Just describe it. Use hands. Use your face. People will understand. 3. Mixing tenses. Cross mark, I eat breakfast and go to school and studied. White heavy check mark, I ate breakfast, went to school, and studied. You can fix this later. The important part, you are speaking. How to keep going when you make a mistake. 1. Smile. A smile shows you're not upset. It makes the other person feel comfortable too. 2. Say, sorry, my English is not perfect. It's honest. And people respect honesty. 3. Ask for help. How do you say this? What is the word for this? It turns your mistake into a learning moment. 4. Repeat and try again. Sandwich, sandwich. Market go. I went to the market. Trying again shows effort. And effort is beautiful. Some simple phrases to use when you make a mistake. Sorry, let me try again. What's the right word? My English is not perfect, but I try. Why people like you when you try? Most people don't care about grammar. They care about connection. When you speak, even with mistakes, it shows bravery. It shows effort. It shows heart. And heart is more powerful than perfect English. A real tip, speak like Imran. Next time you go out, don't point. Don't hide. Try one word. Say coffee. Say hello. Say thank you. And if you say sandwich instead of sandwich, that's okay, because now you're speaking. And every mistake is a step forward. Let's practice together. Try these sentences. Don't worry if they're not perfect. I want one hot coffee. Sorry, I mistake. I mean sandwich. Can you help me say this? I learn English. I try. Say them loud. Smile when you say them. And if you get stuck, laugh a little. Then try again. Final message. Mistakes are not the end. Mistakes are the beginning. The beginning of your new English voice. Your new courage. Your new connection with the world. So speak. Fall. Laugh. And speak again. Because confidence is stronger than grammar. Green Square Chapter 7. The Power of Short Answers. In the heart of a small city, there lived a young man named Bilal. He had just begun his English learning journey. He was shy, not because he didn't want to talk, but because he didn't know how to say everything he wanted to say in English. Whenever someone asked him a question, he panicked. His brain tried to form big, perfect sentences, but that made him more nervous. So he said nothing. One evening, Bilal went to a local language meetup. It was held in a small, cozy cafe. People from different countries came to practice English together. The idea excited him, but it also scared him. As he walked into the room, he saw people laughing, asking questions, and replying with ease. Then someone walked up to him, a friendly man with a warm smile. "Hi," the man said. "I'm Mark. What's your name?" Bilal froze. He wanted to say, "Hello, Mark. My name is Bilal. I'm from Pakistan. I live nearby. I came to this event because I want to practice English." But all of that felt too much. So he said, "Nothing." Mark waited, still smiling. "Don't worry," he said gently. "You can say it slowly. Just your name." Bilal nodded. "Bilal." Mark gave a thumbs up. "Nice to meet you, Bilal. Where do you live?" Bilal looked down. Again, his brain tried to make a long answer. "I live in the new apartment near the big hospital. It's on the 3rd floor with a green balcony." But again, it felt too much. Too hard. Then he remembered something his teacher said. Short answers are powerful. He took a deep breath. "I live near the hospital." Mark nodded. "Cool. I know that area. What do you do?" Bilal smiled a little. "I study." "What do you study?" "Computer science." "Nice. Do you like it?" "Yes," Bilal said. Then he added, "I like coding." Mark clapped his hands lightly. "Wow. That's awesome, man. You speak very well." And just like that, the conversation kept going. Not with big, long speeches, but with short, clear, honest answers. Light bulb why short answers matter. Many English learners think they must speak long, complex sentences to sound good. But that's not true. When you're beginning, short answers are better. Why? 1. They are easier to remember. 2. They give you time to think. 3. They help you feel success quickly. 4. They keep the conversation moving. Let's look at how to build good short answers. Speech balloon: common questions and simple answers. Question: where do you live? A. I live in Lahore. A. I live near the park. A. I live with my family. Question: what do you do? A. I'm a student. A. I work in a shop. A. I teach kids. Question: do you like your job? A. Yes, I do. A. It's fun. A. Sometimes. It's hard, but good. Question: what do you like to do in your free time? A. I like music. A. I watch movies. A. I play cricket with friends. Puzzle piece: build with and, because, and but. Once you're okay with short answers, you can make them more interesting using small connecting words. 1. Use and to add ideas. I like reading and writing. I study and work part-time. 2. Use because to explain. I like English because it's fun. I go to the cafe because it's quiet. 3. Use but to show contrast. I'm shy, but I try to speak. It's hard, but I enjoy it. These small words help you express more without making your sentences too long. Seedling practice time. Let's try together. Question: where do you live? Answer 1. I live in Karachi. Answer 2. I live in Karachi and I like my area. Answer 3. I live in Karachi, but I want to move. Question: what do you do? Answer 1. I'm a student. Answer 2. I'm a student and I love it. Answer 3. I'm a student, but I also work. Question: what do you like? Answer 1. I like tea. Answer 2. I like tea because it helps me relax. Answer 3. I like tea, but not in summer. Start with the short answer. Then slowly add. Blue Book: Bilal's secret. Bilal began doing this every day. He wrote down questions and practiced giving short, strong answers. Sometimes he said, "I don't know," or "I forgot the word." And that was okay. He learned to keep speaking, even when it wasn't perfect. Soon, He started adding more. I live in a small house with my parents. I like movies, especially action movies. I want to travel to Turkey one day. Each answer started small, then grew bigger, like a seed becoming a tree. Speech balloon how you can practice too. 1. Record yourself. Pick 5 common questions. Answer in short sentences. Listen back. 2. Use a mirror. Look at yourself. Practice saying short replies out loud. 3. Write it down. Write 3 answers every day. Start small. Add 1 word each day. 4. Talk to a friend. Find someone learning English too. Ask each other easy questions. Red heart, final message. Keep it simple. Keep going. You don't need big words to have a big heart. You don't need long sentences to make real connections. Just start. Say one small thing. One short answer. One simple reply. That is the beginning of real conversation. And the beginning of confidence. Green circle example practice for you. Try answering these. Where are you from? What do you do every day? What do you like to eat? Do you like English? Why? Try saying just one line. Then tomorrow, say 2. That's how Bilal did it. That's how you can do it too. Let's keep going. One small answer at a time. Green Square Chapter 8. Everyday places, everyday talk. Let's imagine something. You are standing in a long line at the grocery store. The air smells like fresh bread. People are waiting quietly. The cashier is working slowly. You feel a little bored. You look at the person in front of you. You want to say something. But your mind says, what if I say it wrong? Still, you try. You smile and say, long line today. The person turns around, smiles back, and says, yes. I've been waiting for 10 minutes already. You both laugh a little. Now, you are not just standing in line. You are in a small, real English conversation. That's the magic of everyday talk. Blossom small phrases, big moments. Speaking English doesn't always start in a classroom or at a big event. Sometimes it starts near the apples at the fruit shop, or at the bus stop, or while walking to school. These everyday places are full of small opportunities to speak. You don't need long speeches. You only need a few simple words. Words like, nice weather today. Is this seat free? Big sale today, right? That's a lot of bread. They are short. They are soft. But they open doors. Shopping cart, the grocery line story. Let's meet Fatima. She is learning English. She lives in a small town and practices English at home every day. But she never speaks to anyone in English outside. One day, she goes to the grocery store. It's very busy. There's a long line of people. She waits. Then, she sees an old woman in front of her looking tired. Fatima wants to say something. Anything. But what? She remembers a sentence she heard on YouTube. Long line today. She says it. Slowly. Softly. The old woman smiles and says, yes. Always like this on Sunday. Fatima nods and replies, I came for just milk. Now I wait so long. They both laugh. The conversation is short. But inside, Fatima feels proud. Very proud. That small moment gave her big confidence. Later, she tells her English teacher, I spoke in English. Only 3 words. But it worked. Man walking real places, real practice. Many beginners think they need to wait for a perfect moment to speak. But in real life, perfect moments don't come. We make small moments perfect by speaking. Here are some real places where you can try. 1. Bus stop. You are waiting. Someone is beside you. You can say, do you know when the next bus comes? Hot today, right? Is the bus usually this late? These are soft questions. They don't need long answers. They open the door to talk. 2. Coffee shop. You're in line or sitting at a table. You can say, "That drink looks good. Busy place today. Do you come here often?" Just one line. Just one sentence. That's enough. 3. Park or garden. You see someone walking their dog or sitting on a bench. Try saying, "Cute dog. Nice day for a walk." Do you live nearby? People in parks are often relaxed. It's a good place to start soft conversations. 4. School or class. If you are a student, you can talk to classmates. Maybe before class, you say, "Did you do the homework? This teacher is funny. Nice notebook. Where did you get it?" These are real phrases and real chances to speak. Speech balloon short sentences to practice. Let's practice some sentences you can use in daily life. Try saying them slowly. "It's a nice day, isn't it? Do you know the time? That looks heavy. Need help? Are you in line? Is this your first time here?" Repeat them. Feel them. Make them part of your mouth. Light bulb tips to make it easier. 1. Start with a smile. Even before you speak, smile. It shows friendliness. It makes people want to listen. 2. Don't worry about mistakes. If you say, "Is bus come now?" That's okay. People understand. Confidence is more important than grammar. 3. Use your eyes and hands. Pointing, showing, nodding. These help your words. Language is more than speaking. It's moving too. 4. Listen first. Watch how others talk. Learn the rhythm. Learn the tone. Then copy it in your way. 5. Use common words. Stick to easy words. No need for big vocabulary. Just say, "Hello. Yes. No, okay. Thank you." Simple is strong. Orange heart, a true connection. Let's go back to Fatima. A few weeks later, she's back in the grocery store. She sees the same old woman again. This time, the old woman smiles first and says, "Not a long line today." Fatima smiles. She replies, "Yes. Lucky today. 2 people. 2 short lines." But something beautiful happens. They both feel seen. They both feel heard. That is conversation. That is English. That is confidence. Direct hit practice for you. Now it's your turn. Think of 3 everyday places you go. Maybe the shop, the bus stop, your school. For each place, write one sentence you can say. Like, "Do you know what time it closes? It's too crowded today." That looks interesting. Then, try saying it aloud. Practice with a friend or in front of a mirror. Say it again and again until it feels easy. Because it will. Glowing star final words of this chapter. You don't need to wait for big chances. You don't need perfect grammar. You don't need to speak fast. All you need is to try. Try in real places. Try real sentences. Use your eyes. Use your heart. Speak softly. Speak slowly. And remember, one simple line can start a real connection. A conversation is not made of many words. It is made of one smile, one sentence, one small moment. Use it. Green Square Chapter 9. Practice with yourself first. There was a young man named Omar. He lived in a small city where few people spoke English. He wanted to speak better English, but he had no one to practice with. His friends spoke his native language. His family didn't know English. Even at work, he had no chance to use English. One evening, Omar sat on his bed and asked himself, "How can I ever improve if I have no one to talk to?" Then he remembered something he saw in a video. Talk to yourself. At first, it sounded strange. Why talk to yourself? But then he thought, maybe I can try. So the next morning, Omar began his new habit. As he brushed his teeth, he said, "I am brushing my teeth." As he got dressed, he said, "I am wearing my blue shirt today." It felt silly, But also it felt good. He was using English. His brain was moving. When he made breakfast, he said, "I will eat 2 eggs and bread." When he picked up a cup of tea, he asked himself, "Is it hot?" Then he said, "Yes, very hot." Be careful. Omar wasn't speaking perfect English, but he was practicing every day. And more than that, he was learning to think in English. Why self-talk works. Many people wait for someone else to speak to them, but that can take a long time. Some learners don't live in an English-speaking country. Some are shy, some are busy, but your brain is always with you. You are always there. When you talk to yourself, you practice without fear. No one judges you. No one laughs. No one corrects your mistakes. It's your private English class, every day, anytime. You can speak out loud, or in your mind, or even whisper. This kind of practice builds fluency, not just grammar. It helps you move English from a slow part of your brain to a fast one. What can you say? Start with simple actions. I am walking. This is a book. The window is open. I am tired today. The sun is bright. Then, try asking questions to yourself. What am I doing now? Where am I going? What will I eat? Why am I happy? What time is it? Then, answer your own questions. I am going to the shop. I will eat rice and vegetables. I am happy because it's a sunny day. Slowly, your sentences will grow. Your brain will stop translating from your first language. You will begin thinking in English. Omar's progress. After 1 week, Omar noticed a change. When he walked outside, he began naming things in English. Tree, car, dog, man in red shirt. When he looked at signs, he tried to say them in English. This shop sells bread. There is a sale today. He also started asking small questions in his mind. What is that man doing? Is this bread fresh? Do I have enough money? And then, something amazing happened. One day, at a small tea shop, a tourist came in. The woman looked confused. She didn't know how to order. Omar looked at her, then said softly, "Do you need help?" The woman smiled. "Yes, please. I want tea." Omar smiled too. "1 tea. No sugar or sugar." She said, "No sugar." He turned to the shopkeeper and ordered for her. She thanked him again. It was a short moment, but to Omar, it was big. He had spoken without fear. The words came quickly. Why? Because he had already said those words, many times, to himself. Make it your daily habit. Self-talk is like watering a small plant. At first, nothing happens, but every day it grows. 1 word, 1 sentence, 1 small conversation with yourself. Here are some easy daily self-talk ideas. In the morning, good morning. I feel sleepy. Today is Wednesday. I have work. What will I wear today? While walking, this road is busy. I see many cars. The sky is blue today. While cooking or eating, I am making rice. This smells good. I like spicy food. Before sleeping, what did I do today? What did I learn? What will I do tomorrow? Add emotion and thought. Later, you can also practice feelings and thoughts. These help you connect deeper with English. I feel tired today. I miss my family. I am proud of my work. I hope tomorrow is better. Talking about feelings trains you to speak from the heart. It makes you sound more natural and human. Tips for self-talk success. 1. Don't worry about mistakes. No one is listening. This is your time. 2. Speak slowly and clearly. Focus on words. Feel them. 3. Repeat often. Use the same sentences again and again. 4. Record your voice sometimes. Listen back. You will hear your progress. 5. Keep a small notebook. Write new self-talk sentences you learn. Final words from Omar. 1 year later, Omar gave a small talk at a local English learners group. He said, "People ask me how I learned to speak better. I tell them, I talk to myself. Every day, every time. It's free. It's simple. And it changed everything for me." He smiled and added, "The best friend for your English is you." White heavy checkmark practice time. Try now. Say these aloud or write them down. I am learning English. This lesson is helpful. I want to speak better. What will I say tomorrow? I believe in myself. Now close your eyes. Ask yourself, what will I say to myself today? Green Square message of Chapter 9. Practice is powerful, even alone. Keep talking. Keep walking. Keep growing. Even when no one is around, your words still matter. Let's keep going together. Seedling. Green Square Chapter 10. How to keep the talk going. Sometimes, a conversation feels like a dance. You take a step, and then the other person takes a step. But what happens when one of you stops moving? What happens when there is silence? Awkward. Uncomfortable. You don't know what to say next. This chapter will teach you how to keep a conversation alive, even if you're a beginner. You don't need perfect grammar. You don't need big words. You just need one thing, curiosity. Let me tell you a story. The story, the last question that saved the day. Ravi was a shy learner. He had studied English for 1 year. He could understand many words. He could write a few sentences. But speaking? That was hard. One day, Ravi was at a small event for English learners in his city. There were people from different countries, all trying to speak in English. Ravi was nervous. His hands were cold. His heart was beating fast. He stood in a corner, quiet, watching. Then, a man walked up to him. "Hi, I'm Matteo," the man said with a warm smile. Ravi smiled back. "I'm Ravi," he said softly. Matteo asked, "Where are you from?" "I'm from India," Ravi answered. "Cool. I'm from Mexico." There was a pause. A long one. Ravi didn't know what to say next. He looked at the floor. Matteo started to look around the room. The conversation was dying. Then, Ravi remembered something he had learned in his English class. One small sentence. So he said it. "What about you?" Matteo turned back. "Oh, I live near here. Just 2 blocks away." He smiled again. "Do you like this event?" Ravi smiled too. "Yes. First time. I'm a little shy." "That's okay," Matteo said. "Me too." And just like that, the talk continued. One small question saved the whole moment. By the end of the evening, Ravi and Matteo were laughing, talking about food, music, and learning. All because Ravi asked one more question. What about you? What we learn from this story. A conversation doesn't stop because you are not good at English. It stops when you don't know what to say next. That's normal. But there is a secret. You can always keep it going by showing interest. Let's learn how. 1. Use transitions. These are short sentences or questions that help the talk continue. Here are some of the best ones. What about you? Ask the same question back. Simple. Powerful. That's interesting. Shows you are listening. Makes the other person feel good. Tell me more. Makes the other person open up more. Really, use it when you're surprised or curious. Why? A deep question, but simple. And then, ask this when someone tells a story. These are small tools, but they can open big doors. 2. The power of echo. Echo means you repeat a word or idea from the other person. For example, person, I went to the beach last weekend. You, the beach? That sounds nice. Which beach? Or, person, I like cooking. You, cooking. What do you like to cook? This shows you are listening. It shows you care. People love that. 3. Ask simple questions. Don't try to ask big, difficult questions. Keep it easy. Here are some examples. Do you like movies? What music do you listen to? Do you work or study? What do you do on weekends? Where did you learn English? And remember, if someone asks you a question, you can always answer, then ask it back. Example, them, do you like traveling? You, yes, I do. I want to visit Japan. What about you? Now the talk keeps moving. 4. Practice follow-up questions. Let's say someone says, I play the guitar. You can ask, how long have you played? Do you play in a band? Did you learn by yourself? These are called follow-up questions. They keep the conversation alive. They are gold. 5. Smile, nod, and be curious. Even if your English is not perfect, people will enjoy talking to you if you look interested. Smile. Nod your head a little. Say, really? Wow, that's great. These small reactions make big connections. 6. Be brave to ask more. Sometimes, we are scared to ask more questions. Will I sound stupid? What if they don't want to talk? But most of the time, people love when someone is curious about them. Asking more shows courage. It shows kindness. Even if you make a grammar mistake, it's okay. People understand your heart. Just ask one more thing. 7. Keep these handy phrases. Here's a list of phrases you can use anytime. Oh, I didn't know that. How did you learn that? What do you think? I want to learn more about that. That's cool. Tell me more. These phrases are like conversation fuel. Use them. 8. When you don't understand. What if someone says something and you don't understand? Don't be afraid. Just say, sorry, can you say that again? Can you say it more slowly? What does that mean? People will be kind. They will help. And sometimes, just asking what do you mean can lead to more conversation. Final message. Be curious, not perfect. The goal is not perfect English. The goal is real connection. Don't worry about grammar. Don't worry about big words. Just be open. Ask. Respond. Smile. Let your curiosity guide you. Remember Ravi? One small question. What about you? Open the door to friendship. Your next conversation might be just one small question away. White heavy checkmark call to action. Try this today. The next time someone talks to you, ask one more question. Use what about you? Or tell me more. Keep the talk alive. Then tell us in the comments, what question did you use? Let's learn from each other. And let's keep the talk going. Together. White heavy checkmark chapter 11. What if they don't reply? Let me tell you something real. Not every hello will get a reply. Not every smile will be returned. But still, we must try. The story, A Silent Goodbye. Sarah was nervous. She had been learning English for 4 months. Slowly, every day, she practiced speaking in front of her mirror. She talked to herself in the kitchen. What am I cooking? How many eggs do I have? She was shy, but brave. One morning, she went to the park. The sun was warm. Birds were flying. Children were laughing. Sarah saw a woman sitting on a bench. She looked kind. Maybe the same age. Maybe a mother too. Sarah walked slowly. Her heart was beating fast. She whispered in her mind, just say hello. Just one word. So she did. Hi. The woman looked up. Her eyes met Sarah's. And then, she looked away. No smile. No answer. No words. She stood up and walked away. Sarah stood there. Still. Quiet. Her heart sank. She wanted to disappear. I did something wrong, she thought. My English is bad. I am not good enough. But then, something gentle came to her mind. A voice. Her teacher's voice from a podcast. You spoke. You tried. That is success. Sarah took a breath. A slow one. She sat down on the same bench. The birds were still singing. The world had not ended. She opened her phone and wrote a message to herself. I said hi today. That is enough. Why people don't reply sometimes. People don't respond. But it's not always about you. Maybe the person is busy. Maybe they are sad. Maybe they didn't hear you. Maybe they are just not ready to talk. We all live in our own world. Some people carry heavy things in their hearts. So if they don't reply, that's okay. You were kind. You were brave. You started the conversation. And that means you are growing. What to say when it happens? Let's learn how to respond. Kindly, politely, with self-respect. Here are some gentle exit phrases. Use them if someone doesn't reply after you say hello or try to talk. Have a nice day. Maybe next time. No problem. Take care. Just smile and walk away. These words are simple, but strong. They show you are calm, confident, respectful to yourself and others. Remember, it takes more strength to walk away with a smile than to say nothing out of fear. Let's practice together. Imagine this. You're in a store. You see someone looking at the same fruit as you. You smile and say, nice apples today, right? But they don't answer. They walk away. You feel a little sad. But instead of hiding, you say softly, maybe next time. And you pick your apples. You are proud. You did what most people are afraid to do. You reached out. Rejection is not failure. Let's talk about the word rejection. It means someone didn't accept your offer to connect. But rejection is not failure. In fact, it is part of learning. Even native speakers face it. Even children do. Have you ever seen two kids meet at a playground? One says, "Wanna play?" Sometimes the other kid says, "No," and that's it. They don't cry. They just ask another child. You can do the same. Because conversation is not a one-time thing. It is a skill. Like walking. Like cooking. You get better with time. A real example, let's say you. Hi, how are you? Them. Silence. You wait 3 seconds. You smile and say, no worries. Take care. And you walk on. That's all. You're not weak. You're strong. You gave the world your voice. That's power. Turn the pain into power. Sarah went home that day and looked in the mirror. She smiled at herself. I was brave, she said out loud. I will try again tomorrow. And she did. Next time, someone replied. Hi, they said. They talked for 30 seconds. That small talk felt like magic. She remembered, every no leads to a yes, if you keep trying. Gentle reminders for you. Speak even if your voice shakes. Not all moments will go well, and that's okay. One quiet answer does not mean stop. It means you're learning. Be proud of small steps. Even saying hello is a success. Build your confidence. Sentence by sentence, practice these replies by speaking them aloud. Maybe they were busy. It's okay. I'm proud of me. Next time, I will try again. I spoke. That is enough today. Speak them slowly. Feel the truth in them. Final message. Keep reaching out. You are not just learning English. You are learning courage. You are learning how to try even when it's hard. Some people will reply. Some won't. But every time you speak, you win. Because your voice matters. Even if the world is quiet, keep talking. One day, someone will talk back. And your heart will say, I'm glad I didn't stop. Blue square call to action. Have you ever said hello and no one replied? Write your story in the comments. Let's share, learn, and grow together. And if you're proud of your voice today, hit that like button. Subscribe to Learn English with Bookish for more gentle lessons from the heart. White heavy checkmark chapter 12. The conversation that changed everything. Let me tell you one last story. A story that might sound small to some, but to the person living it, it was everything. His name was Amir. He had been learning English for a few months. Slowly, gently, quietly. He watched videos. He listened to podcasts. He whispered words to himself in the mirror. But he had never had a real English conversation. Not once. He lived in a busy city. People walked fast, talked fast. No one seemed to notice him, and he didn't know how to begin. But inside him, something had changed. He was no longer afraid of the words. He was no longer afraid of making a mistake, because he remembered what he had learned. Mistakes are welcome. Confidence is stronger than grammar. Short answers are powerful, and if they don't reply, it's okay. It's practice. That morning, Amir walked into a small park. He sat on a bench near the trees, with a coffee in his hand. The sun was soft. The wind was warm. And beside him sat an older man, reading a newspaper. Amir saw a chance. His heart beat faster. He thought, should I speak? Then he remembered, just 3 words can start a conversation. So he said softly, nice day today. The man looked up. He smiled. Yes, very nice, he said. Amir smiled back. That was all he said at first. Nothing big. But the man closed his newspaper and asked, are you from here? Amir shook his head. No, I'm from Pakistan. I live here now. Ah, said the man. Welcome. And just like that, the conversation began. Amir used short sentences. I work in a small shop. I like this park. My English is not perfect. And every time he said something, the man nodded, listened, smiled. He didn't laugh. He didn't walk away. He stayed. Amir used the words he had practiced with himself many times before. In the kitchen, he used to say, what am I cooking? Now he said, I like cooking rice and chicken. He used and because to grow his answers. I like this park because it's quiet. I read books and watch YouTube to learn English. He used the phrase he had learned to keep the talk going. What about you? What do you do? Tell me more. And the man answered, I'm retired. I used to teach history. I come here every morning. A teacher, not a scary one, a kind one. They talked for 20 minutes. Amir didn't even notice the time. When he finally stood up to leave, he said, it was very nice talking to you. The man smiled again and said, same here. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Amir walked away with something new in his heart. He didn't just speak English. He connected. It was not just grammar, not just vocabulary. It was real. One conversation. That changed everything. Dear friend, maybe you are like Amir. Maybe you feel nervous. Maybe you think your English is not good enough. But it is. You don't need big words. You don't need to speak fast. You just need a few strong tools. Short answers. Yes. I do. Sometimes. Add more. I like music because it's relaxing. Start small. Nice weather today. Busy shop, right? Practice alone. What am I doing? Where am I going? Ask back. What about you? Tell me more. Be kind to yourself when someone doesn't reply. These small tools build big bridges. Maybe your first try won't lead to a long talk. Maybe someone will say nothing or walk away. That's okay. It's still practice. It's still growth. But one day, it will lead to something beautiful. A smile, a friendship, a job, or a moment that stays in your heart forever. Like Amir, you'll remember that day. You'll walk away with light inside you. Because you did something brave. You talked. So take one step. Say one word. Begin. Because the most important part of speaking English is not being perfect. It's being real. Green square soft recap. Key phrases from the journey. Nice weather today. What do you do? Tell me more. What about you? I like it because, have a nice day. Maybe next time. I live and I work at. My English is not perfect, but I'm learning. And now, it's your turn. Go outside. Or stay in. Speak to someone. Or to yourself. Say just a few words. Say them slowly. Say them with heart. Let the conversation begin. Because one day, that small talk might change your life. White heavy checkmark call to action. If this story gave you hope, please give the video a like. Comment below with 3 words you will use to start a conversation this week. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Learn English with Bookish. We're growing. Together. One word at a time. White heavy checkmark call to action after chapter 12. Now it's your turn. Go out. Say one word. Start one small conversation. That's how it begins. Just one step. You don't need perfect grammar. You don't need long words. You just need courage. Comment below. What's one sentence you'll say to someone today? Maybe, how are you? Or nice weather today. Share it with us. Be proud of your step. If this video helped you, give it a like. If you want more simple English lessons with stories, click subscribe. Let's keep learning, slowly, softly, step by step. Together. This is Learn English with Bookish.